Good morning, everybody. We'll just, hi, welcome on to another one of my live training videos. We'll just wait a few minutes for a few people to come on. I'm gonna go sort out the balloons. Morning. Hi, those of you that are watching, you can, yes, hi. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, I was just gonna say, please feel free to write your comments so I know you're there. One sec, how are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Morning, Prabha. If you're watching from Singapore, good morning as well. Hey, Pierre, good morning. How's it over? How is it going in Hong Kong? How was the wedding with Wade? See, good morning. 早晨，大家早晨。Ian, good morning. Hi. Show us some effects. Let me see if I've got effects. Wait, hang on a second. Oh, there are effects. Like this? Okay. How about bubbles? Imagine running a topic, with bubbles. Hi guys, good morning. Morning everybody. Wow, actually, you know what? I didn't know we could do all this stuff, like documentary. This is like a documentary. All right, guys, I'm not wasting your time, but just while we're still waiting for a few people to come on, I'm just playing with this. Morning. I had no idea you could do all this stuff. Wow, like now it's me talking the sketch. Morning. Hi, good morning. Okay, back to normal. Back to normal. Morning. Celine, is it? Hi, morning. Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's had a fantastic morning. If you're watching this from home, from office, on the road, in the train, I hope you're doing fine. If you've logged in, please, feel free to participate in your comments, and let me know what you think. And if you can, tell me where you're from. You're watching it from Singapore, Indonesia, Korea, Thailand, USA, UK. Morning, wherever you are. Just let me know where you are. Okay, I think we're going to start in a couple of minutes. Just hang on. I hope the streaming is clear enough. And again, feel free to smash the like button if you think that, I'm talking about some really good points. Give me some likes over there, that would brighten up my day. Okay, got a few more coming on now. Okay, nice. Let's see. Okay, in about, I think 30, 40 seconds, we'll start. Now, if you guys are sitting in the office or if you are at home and if you have a table, pen and paper and stuff, feel free to write some of these stuff down. But I think what I'd like you guys to write down is not just the points that I'm about to go through and the things that I'm going to talk about, but I'd like you to, maybe write down what are some of your takeaways or, what are some of the applications or some notes to yourself, not just, the points that I'm going to cover. So, write down what you understand from those points or what you're going to action from what I discussed. Okay, good. I think we should have quite a big group of people on already for now. So I think let's get started. Okay, good morning, everybody. If you're tuning in from Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Korea, wherever you are, Once again, welcome back on to another one of my live training videos. And now today, the topic I'm going to talk about. Hi, okay, from Seoul. Good morning. The topic I'm going to talk about is good enough good enough? Why good enough is not enough? Okay, now let me explain what I mean by that. Um, I think there are a lot of people in the years that I was running a sales office, in the years that I've been training people, and a lot of people that I speak to, I realize that there are leaders that do a very good job. There are even employees in my office that do a very good job. Like they do their job. They're not average, and they're not bad. Okay, but only a small percentage of people actually, thank you, only a small percentage of people actually get promoted to the next stage or to the next level, right? So I think one of the questions that comes back, or one of the things that I recently was thinking about is, as I'm what should I pass on to you guys? What information can I pass on to you guys that's trying to build a successful career, trying to get promoted, or trying to advance to the next stage? And then I think about all the people I've trained, some of the employees I have in my office and things like that. And then I realize this topic, right? Which is good enough? Like if you're good, is that actually enough? Or if you're doing your job, you're doing a good job, is that actually enough to get you promoted, or to get you to the next level, or to get you to make more money, to double your income, or things like that? And I think the answer is no. And I'm about to show you why I think the answer is no. Um, okay, so let's get straight into it, right? Okay, so the topic again, why good enough is not enough. Okay, and as always, you can connect with me on social media, and if you have not done it already, so please go ahead, and I look forward to speaking with you guys over there. So let's get straight into it now. Um, so let's get some of the discussion points out of the way. First of all, if you are bad, or if you're average, or if you are below average, right? Any one of these, okay? Bad, average, below average, any one of these, we don't have to talk about anything else, right? That's an absolute failure. You're never going to succeed if you perform below average or average. That's full stop, right? So we're not talking about average people. We're not talking about, oh, we're doing bad, or this person is bad, that person is below average. We're not talking about any one of those, because those points, if you perform like that, you're never gonna get promoted, you're never gonna advance, you're never gonna get an increased salary, right? So none of those things will happen. So we're not talking about good. We're talking about people that actually show up on time, do their job. In fact, do a pretty good job. Is that enough, Chee Wai? Is that enough to get me promoted? Is that enough to get me advancing to the next level? And my answer is no. Let me tell you why. Because there is a difference between good enough and awesome. Now, and again, remember, I'm talking about good enough. I'm not talking about bad. I'm talking about, this guy's good. He or she is doing a good job, or you are doing a good job. And I want to let you know, if you're watching this video now, and if you got to start thinking, as I'm going through these points, you want to start thinking to yourself, now, am I awesome? Am I the absolute best, or top 5-10% of what I do? Or am I just good enough? Now, before I even go straight into the points, it's quite simple, because you want to ask yourself, if you have a relationship, if you're in a relationship, and people ask you, hey, so how's your relationship with your boyfriend or with your girlfriend? Oh, good enough. Is that the kind of answer that you want? Is that the kind of answer that you should be given? You know what I mean? Like, oh, how's your boyfriend? Yeah, good enough. How's your girlfriend? How's your wife? Yeah, good enough. How's your wife's cooking? You know, how's your boyfriend's this or that? Yeah, good enough. Like, good enough is not the kind of answer we want in our life. And certainly the same rule or the same theory carries on into, hi, morning, it carries on into into career, into your life, into your work, right? So okay, let's talk about this. The first thing, right? So what's good enough? Good enough is people that come in on time, right? So if you come in on time, if your office starts at 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever, and you come in on time, like you're never late, right? Because again, we're talking about good leaders, good people. If you're on time, that's good. But is that enough to get you to the next level? Is that enough to make you an owner? Are you the top 5, top 10%? Are you awesome? And the answer is no, because when I was building my career, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't just good enough, right? It's not that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't just good enough. I was awesome. I was always aiming to be the absolute best. You don't have to be the number one, but you have to be in the top 10%. So to be awesome, we're talking about always early, right? We're talking about early, like literally early, not 1 minute early, not on time. It's early. That's awesome. That will get you to the next stage. That will get you to become an owner. That will get you promoted. That will get you more money. That will get you increased salary. Okay, next. We'll talk about attitude. Again, good enough means, generally good. We're not talking about bad attitude. We're not talking about people who complain. Those kind of people, you can forget it. If you complain, if you're whining, if you're, oh, this is no good, that is no good, let's forget it. But let's say you're good, you got a good attitude, and generally good attitude. Again, that's good enough. But is that enough? No, because what you want is you want to be consistently good. The key word here is consistently. So we're talking about when you're doing well, you've got a good attitude. When you're not doing well, you've also got a good attitude. When you're doing something that's easy, you got a good attitude. When you're doing something that's difficult, when you're assigned a difficult territory, when you're given a difficult challenge, a difficult person to work with, or you're running a difficult campaign, you still good attitude. You still have a good attitude. You see, so that's different. That's awesome because you're consistently good. That's the key, right? To be consistently good. Whether you've been in the business for 1 year, 5 years, it's about consistency. Okay, next. Energy, right? So good enough leaders, all right, is you have a generally high level of energy. So generally speaking, you come into the office, you come to work with a reasonably high level of energy. You're enthusiastic, you're excited, you greet people, hi, good morning, how are you? How's your day? Oh, fantastic. You're generally good. But again, awesome, to get to the next level, you have to be awesome. And that's consistently high level of energy. Now, even after work, even at the end of the day, because look, it's easy to have high energy at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, or you start the day, especially when you go out in sales and you meet customers, like like before lunch, like your first 2-3 hours. That's easy. It's easy to have high energy in the early part of the day. But what about when you approach like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, when you have had a difficult day, when the weather is really hot or weather is really cold or when it's raining, and then you've been out in the sun or out the whole day, and you've not really done a lot of sales today, then how's your energy level then? And especially, let's say you finish work at 6. How's your energy level at that time after 6? Do you like immediately drop all the way down, or you still have a high level of energy? Now, I of course don't expect people to have a consistently crazy level of energy, like in the morning and afternoon, at night, non-stop in the midnight. I mean, that's not humanly possible. But I'm talking about consistently high level of energy. Because if you want to succeed, again, this is not just Chee Wai saying this, and this is not just for our type of business, but or sales business. This is anywhere you go. To be successful, to be an influential person, you gotta have high energy all the time. Okay, that's just every seminar, every book you read, they will tell you that. Okay, next, sales. Let's say we talk about sales. If you are a good leader, okay, you are not below the red zone. So you're not doing like 5 points, 7 points, 2 sales a week. We're not talking about those kind of people, right? Again, so good leaders will go above the leadership criteria, which is, let's say, 10 to 12 points a week, which is, look, not bad. Let's be honest. That's good. If a leader can do 10 to 12 points every week, that's not bad. But is that good enough? Is that good? Is that ownership standard? Is that the kind of standards that will get you to the level where you're running a big team, where you're managing a business? No, Because for you to get to ownership level, and if you look at all the owners in the region, if you look at, if any one of you had a chance to look back in their career, they were all legendary. They were all legendary when you're on the field because they were all top 10%. Now, again, I don't mean you have to be number one. You don't have to be number one. You don't have to be the absolute best every time. Now, if you can, that's better. But you don't have to be. But you need to be in the top 10%. Because again, I'm talking to you to help you get promoted. I'm talking to you to say, hey, you know what? Like, I don't want you to just be a good leader and, float along. Because there are a lot of good leaders. Remember that the question is, why do so many good leaders not get promoted? Because good is not good enough. You see what I mean? Like you gotta rise, push yourself to the top 10%. Okay? Continue, right? Here's an interesting one. Trainings. If you're a good leader, you probably will join the training. So if your owner or if your office organized some training, I'm sure you would join. Okay, and you go like, okay, yeah, Wednesday night we got a training. Yeah, I'll join those training. Or Saturday morning we got a training. Yeah, I'll come and join those training. So if you're a good leader, you will join those trainings, no question. Of course, if you don't even join, then you don't even hit the criteria of a good leader, right? Okay, but that's not awesome. That's not the standard that will get you to the next level. The next level, the people that get promoted are the people that say, hey, you know what? I will run my own training. I don't need to wait for office to organize one. I don't need to wait for my owner to say, hey, this Wednesday we got a sales workshop. Oh, this Friday morning we got this workshop. You know what? The people that will get promoted to the next level do their own training, whether it's on top of what the office runs or in place of what the office runs. Because you look at your team situation, you look at your situation, and you say, there are some things I need to do. I'm not going to wait for my owner. I'm not going to wait for, my office to do it. I'll do it myself, right? That's the kind of people that will get promoted. And I'm not talking about between 8 to 9 o'clock, that kind of training, because that's part of office hours. I'm talking about extra training after work, after, Monday night, Wednesday night, or, Saturday morning, that kind of stuff. Okay, outings. We all know that, every week or so, your office will organize some kind of a dinner activity, go out and hang out together and stuff like that. Good leaders join those outings, right? Again, if people don't participate, if you don't even join this or that, then we're not even talking about good leaders. But if you're a good leader, you will join everything that the office organizes. So there's a Friday dinner, I'll join. There's a Saturday football, I'll join. There's a Monday night movie night, I'll join. That's no problem. But again, in line with training, if you're an awesome leader, you host it. You will tell the owner, you will tell the office, say, hey, you know what? I think we've not done bowling for a while. Should we go bowling? Hey, you know what? I think we should do a get together this Saturday and do some go for a run. Go for this, go for that. You host your own training. You host your own outings. You host your own stuff. Okay, work. What's the difference with regards to the quality of work, to how people approach work? Leaders that are good enough. Again, good enough don't get you promoted. So if you do what you're assigned, okay, so this is your task. This is your responsibility. These are the things you need to do, right? And you do them. So you work as you are assigned. You do what you've been told to do. So I tell you to do something and you do it. I give you some duties, I give you some responsibilities, you do it. That's a good enough leader. But that's not good enough. Because to be awesome, to get promoted, to get to the next level, every business is the same. We are looking for people that go beyond that. I've got employees in my office that, hey, you know what, they do a good job. But is doing a good job going to get them promoted? Am I going to say, hey, you know what, you're doing a good job, let's get you promoted, let's make you a head of department, let's make you the head of this, head of that? No, a good job gets you to keep your job. So what you need to do to get promoted, to get the attention, to get to the next level is to assign more roles to yourself and your team, sort of almost like volunteer. You know, sort of almost like volunteer. Like, hey, you know what? Is there something I can help with? Yes, Benjamin. Is there something I can help with? Is there something I can do? Is there something I can help other people on? You know, so you assign yourself to different roles. For example, you volunteer for weekend duty. You know, you volunteer for this place, this event, that road show. You know, things like that. So you know that there's a challenge, or let's say people are struggling in this territory. People that you know your owner or your office needs a new team to go test a new product. Volunteer rather than wait for roles and responsibilities to be assigned. Okay. Planning. Good leaders, they will plan. Again, if you don't plan, if you just do, sleep your Saturday, Sunday through, and then you just wake up and hope for the best, that's absolutely not going to help you succeed. That is for sure. But if you're a good leader, you will plan. You will plan weekly. Okay. Like every week, Saturday, Sunday, you will start planning. Okay, what am I going to do next week? What's my goal next week? How did I do last week? Okay. You review last week and then you plan forward for next week. But then the question is that enough? And the answer is no. Because if you want to succeed, you have to think bigger. You have to plan further. You have to plan for the whole year. You have to plan even bigger, plan even further. Not just this week, next week. It's not just this 1-2 weeks. You got to plan the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And if you can, more than that. Personal recruiting. Bad leaders don't even do personal recruiting. So if you're not doing personal recruiting, you are already not even in the good leader category. So I'm just being honest. But if you are doing it regularly, if you're doing it regularly, right? Let's say you're doing a personal recruiting regularly. That's good leader. Good leader. You do it regularly. But you try. And then you get some results, you don't get some results. What's the difference? But Chee Wai, I try all the time. I have personal recruits coming in every once in a while. Yeah, but awesome leaders ensure results. Meaning to say, it's not just, oh, I tried, oh, I do, oh, I do it, oh, I do it regularly. It's not just I do it, but you ensure results. You do whatever it takes to get the results, to get the job done. And if you find that you're not getting the results you need, you ask questions, you adjust, you change, you amend, you seek advice, you train, you practice, so that you get the results. Okay? And that's what future owners will do. I think I talked about this briefly just now. Just duty, doing your job versus doing more than your job. To get promoted, to be highlighted as the next person, as the future owner, you have to go beyond your role. Go do beyond what is assigned to you. Questions. In a meeting, in a training, in the office, good leaders will answer questions. So sometimes I will ask a question. I run a training, I'll ask questions. So what is this? What is that? What about this? What about that? If you're a good leader, you will answer questions. Okay. If you don't participate, right? If I ask a question and I just run a topic. You may be writing notes, you may be listening, but if you're not participating, you're already not a good leader in my category, right? Good leaders answers questions, participates. But the awesome ones will ask questions. Hey, Chee Wai, what do you think about this? What should I do if I and when I say ask questions, I don't mean challenge, And again, there's nothing wrong with challenging, but I don't mean challenging. Like, yeah, but Chee Wai, what if? No, I don't mean like challenging. Every time I teach something and then you challenge the theory, challenge the concept. I don't mean challenging. Of course you can challenge, but I don't mean question in terms of challenging. I mean just asking questions. What should I do if this? How would you approach this? How would you approach that? What do you recommend? Like be proactive in asking questions. That's the next level. Not just answering questions, but asking questions. Good leaders are ready to learn, as a lot of you are now. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're actively doing this. Hopefully, you're not watching this because your owner told you to. Hopefully, you're not doing this because, okay, I have to. Or, if you're part of an office, I know some of you are watching this from an office, and you're just watching this because, my owner played it on the TV, so I'm just watching it. Privately, personally, I'll never watch it. So then, you're not really, learning actively. But look, good leaders learn, right? They really try to learn. But to be the best, to get to the next level, you have to actively seek to learn. That means you are looking for content. You're looking for videos. You're looking to read books. You want to read books. You want to improve because you want to teach. And you know that to be an effective leader, to be a good leader, to lead people, to help train your people, you have to improve. And the only way to improve is to read more, watch more videos, learn from people that are more successful than you. And that's how you improve. And only if you improve can you train your people to be better. Okay, so this is quite straightforward. Poor leaders don't invest in anything. They just spend all their money. And if you invest in yourself, and what I mean by invest in yourself, again, I don't mean buying stuff like, oh, you know what, I just, bought myself a trip to Japan. Yeah, that's a bit of a rewarding, but I don't see that as, I don't mean that here as investing, right? So if you spend on stuff, you buy this, you buy that, you eat here, you eat that, you buy yourself a shirt, you buy yourself a handbag, that's not called investing in yourself. Now, sure, you should do that to reward yourself. But what I mean here by investing in yourself is, for example, sending yourself, paying for your own seminar. You go and attend a seminar, you go learn from this workshop, that workshop, so you invest in yourself. Okay, you buy books for yourself, you subscribe to whatever, learning centers or whatever, and you learn. But if you invest in your people and your business, that's the next level. You send your people too. You and a few other people go on this learning trip together, go on this seminar together, go watch something together. So invest together. And again, I'm not just necessarily talking about money, it's also time. If you take time out to read, if you take time out to watch these videos, that's amazing because you're investing in yourself. But to get to the next level is to do it with your team. Invest the time with your people to do things together, to learn together. Okay. Your role. There are leaders that do a leader's job. That means you just do what leaders are supposed to do. You're a good leader. You set the pace. You are positive. You work hard. But again, that's not the next level. I'm talking about to become the next owner, you have to behave like the next owner. And what I mean by that is, if you see something that's wrong, like for example, when I was building my career and I was on the field and I see people do the wrong things. Now, I have two choices. One, I don't follow them. Of course, I never follow the wrong behavior, right? If they're doing the wrong things, they are taking long breaks, they are doing shortcuts, they don't come into office, they're late, they things like that. I never learned that. Okay. So I never learned that. But if I see people doing the wrong thing and I just tell myself, okay, I'm not going to do that, is that enough? No, because that's what leaders do. That's what leaders behave. That means, okay, good leaders, bad leaders will follow, go with the crowd. Good leaders will say, okay, you do the wrong thing, I'm not going to do it. That's good leaders. But the future owners are the ones that will correct them, because owners will do that. Owners will tell you, hey, that's wrong. You can't do that. You can't do this. You should not be doing that. So if you want to be the next owner, if you want to get yourself to the next level, it's not just, oh, I'm doing my job. I don't learn from the bad people. I don't do the bad things. That's not good enough. You got to tell the people that are doing the wrong things that they are wrong. You got to tell the people they are late that they should not be late. You got to tell the people that are not setting the pace to set the pace. So if you are a future owner, you will proactively tell the people around you to be good. You can't just say, I'm good and I'm not worried about the rest. That's not good enough. The next set of owners, the next generation of owners are the ones that will tell people, hey, you can't do this. That's wrong. Do this. This is right. Follow this. Follow that. That's what will get you to the next level. Okay. Here's an interesting one for you, customer service. You see, if you say the wrong things, if you bullshit the customer, or you try to, I don't mean mislead, but try to be very tricky or a bit cunning or a bit smart when you pitch the customer, and you leave some information out and stuff like that. That's already a bad leader, right? But a good leader will say everything that they are supposed to say to the customer, right? Whatever I'm supposed to say to the customer, I will tell the customer. Okay, I will say everything, no question. I'm a good leader. I will tell the customer everything. But is that my standard? Is that what I did when I was a leader on the field? No. This is what I did. I ensure that the customer understands everything correctly. Now, that's a difference, right? The first one is, well, I've told you everything. I don't know if you understand, but I've told you everything. I don't know and I don't care that you understand, but I've told you. The second one is, no. It's not about me telling you. Do you understand? Right? Because if you don't understand, I'll say it again. Right? If you're not sure or you don't look like you are 100% sure, let me confirm with you. Let me verify it with you so that you're 100% sure. That's the difference, you see. So the excellent customer service people are the ones that will ensure that the customer is 100% okay, 100% sure, 100% confident of their sale. Not just, oh, I've told you everything. Not just that. Your attitude towards disappointment. How do you approach disappointment? I didn't get selected for a Singapore trip. I didn't get selected for a Korea trip. I didn't win this award. I didn't win that award. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. I'm being moved from campaign A to campaign B. I'm being changed from this to that. I've been given a difficult assignment. Just look, you can't expect everything to be up and up. More and more. Okay, here's more money and more money and more money. Here's an easier project and an easier project and an easier project. It's not possible. It's not possible. Because once you get something easy, the next one is going to be hard. Once you get something good, the next one is going to be not so good. Once you get something nice, the next one is not so nice. I mean, that's just the way of life, right? Stock market, they go up and down. Everything is, up and down. But the good leaders, they're not afraid of it, right? If you're a good leader, you're not afraid. You say, hey, you know what? I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid of pain. I'm not afraid of a difficult campaign. I'm not afraid of changing divisions. I'm not afraid if the commissions are lower. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. That's good. If you're not afraid, that's great. Because if you're complaining, right, there are leaders that will go like, oh my God, that's cannot, if the commission is lower, I can't do it. Or if this is harder, I don't want to do it. Or if that project is harder, I don't want to do it. Or the event is harder, I don't want to go. There are leaders like that. So that's bad leaders. Let's forget it, right? Those people won't even succeed. But if you are saying, no problem. I'm okay with the challenge. I can do it. That's not good enough. The excellent ones are the ones that embrace pain, embrace disappointment. And again, I'm not saying that you should go and look for pain or go and look for problems. That's not what I'm saying. But what I mean is you should know that these things are inevitable. Changing products or divisions are inevitable. Going through a period where it's hard or it's challenging is inevitable. Doing a test for a new product which may not make as much money in the early period is inevitable. There are a lot of these things that are inevitable. You cannot avoid changes. You can't avoid problems, challenges. You can't avoid it. It's inevitable. So you got to embrace it. You got to know that, hey, you know what? You got to know that when you experience disappointment, you are actually learning. You are learning, and that's why you are struggling. You are breaking out of your comfort zone. That's why you are struggling. If everything is smooth, easy, no problem, you're not pushing yourself. You're not pushing yourself and testing your limits. Because when you're testing your limits, you're pushing yourself to the limit all the time. When you're doing something new, something uncomfortable, something you've never done before, something you're not good at, you will always experience challenge, pain, disappointment, unfamiliarity, uncomfortable. You will always experience that. So you want to push yourself all the time to try those things. I'm trying something new. I'm trying something different. I'm improving myself. learning something. And that's why you will fail, you will go through all these feelings. And you, as if you want to be excellent, you want to be awesome, you want to be the next owner, you have to push yourself to do that all the time, to be at the edge of your limit all the time. Okay, last 2 points is with regards to support. Again, if you are supporting the owner, whatever the owner tells you to do, or the instruction directions of your office, you're supporting their vision, right? You support the vision. That's a good leader. But an awesome leader represents the owner, represents the office. Again, that's a small difference here. So yeah, okay, here's the vision. I support it. I go exactly in line with what my owner says, what my office says. I support that. I agree with that. That's just a good leader. But you want to represent the vision. You want to live the vision. You want to breathe the future. You want to be a part of the future. You want to know, no, this is not a future that's decided by my owner. This is not the future or the direction that my owner said. This is the future and the belief and the direction that he said, and I believe too. Or she said that I'm part of it too. I believe, I breathe it, I live it. That's the future. I see it, I feel it. I am it. I am the future. Not just, oh, he said the future. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to be a part of it, and I'll support it. No, I am it. I am the future. I am the one that's going to create the future. I am the one that's going to create a success. I am it. You see what I mean? Okay. And the last thing is just very interesting point, because I personally find it's just who I am. And a lot of the people that are very successful, I see this in them as well. Is gratitude, right? Is gratitude. Let me just talk about gratitude for a while. Being thankful, appreciate, right? There are people that don't appreciate, they complain, they complain about everything. Oh, you never give me this, or you never give me that, or this is not enough, that is not enough. I want more, or like it's your fault, it's their fault, it's his fault, their fault, his fault, other people's fault, right? So that's bad leader. You can forget it, right? If people complaining and if you're looking outside to blame people, and you're always thinking the world is not enough, this is not enough, that is not enough, everything is not enough, you are suffering, you are a victim. I had a video called The Victim Mentality, on this channel. You can go watch that. If you have that mentality, you are already a very bad leader. So that we can forget that, we can skip that, right? But good leaders are grateful when they are rewarded. So for example, thank you very much for selecting me to the Korea trip. Thank you for sending me to the Philippines. I learned a lot from this video, or from your training. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. So when you get something and you are thankful, that's a good leader, right? Like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Like you know that although you worked hard and you earned a lot of what you did, people don't have to give it to you. And so when people give it to you, or when you get something, everything is a bonus. So you say, hey, you know what? I appreciate it. I think that's a great leader, right? Great leaders do that. But that's not who I am. So you go then, well, if that's not who you are, what are you, Chee Wai? And a lot of the successful people are not like that. The very, very, very successful people. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about good. I'm talking about the very one. The very successful leaders, the very successful people, they are completely different. This is what they do. They're grateful for everything. They thank everyone for everything, genuinely, not bullshit, right? Not, oh, thank you, yeah, thank you. Like, for real, right? They appreciate everything. They thank the world for everything, even for things they don't get. Now, I know I didn't get selected for this trip, but no problem, thank you. Because I think you're trying to tell me something. I appreciate. Now, I didn't get selected to this event, or you send me to a difficult roadshow, or you give me a difficult project to run. There must be a reason. Maybe you trust me. You think that I'm the only one that can handle this responsibility. Thank you. And not, oh, will you give me an easy project? Thank you. Will you give me more money? Thank you. Anyone can do that. But when you give me something that's difficult, I try to understand why you would do that. Because if you're my leader, you will never make me suffer. You will never kill me. You will never want me to fail. Or if you're my brother, you're my father, you're my mother, you're my sister. If you care about me, you will never want me to fail. So why would you give me something hard? Why would you send me to experience pain? Why would you not give me this, not give me that, not give me a bonus? Why would you ask me to pay for this, pay for that? Why would you make me go through all this stuff? So I think, and I say, hey, you know what? There must be a reason. There must be a reason why people who care about us or love us or are close to us do those things to us. And it's maybe not what we think, which is, oh, they want to hurt me. They want to make me feel the pain, which is not true, because if they care about you, they're close to you and they're a leader, they will never want you to fail. So the only reason is there must be reason that you don't understand. So I'm grateful. So maybe they think that you are the best leader in office. That's why you are the only person that can run this project. Maybe they think that there are only 5 people that I can trust to lead this division or to lead this test. So I select you. Maybe it's a difficult test. Maybe it's a difficult territory. That's why you have to do it, because I trust you. Thank you. Thank the world and thank everyone for everything. Be thankful. Genuinely thankful. Appreciate everything that's happening to you. If you are facing some challenges right now, if you are not in the best time of your life, if you are currently not doing extremely well, not flying, appreciate it, or at least find things or find a way to appreciate your situation now. Because when you start appreciating everything, you learn. You start to realize what you can learn. Because if there's a situation that you're facing now, and you think that, hey, you know what, it's not the best, I'm not doing excellent now, I'm not in the best state right now, you can still benefit, but you've missed your opportunity to learn, because you focus on all your pain and all your suffering and all your and why it's unfair, why you don't get this and you don't get that. You miss your opportunity to learn. You forget what you can actually learn from this. People never learn, or people don't grow when things are going well. I've never become stronger when everything is easy. I've become stronger when things were tough. I've become stronger when I was stressed, when things were difficult, when I wasn't doing well, when I had a challenge. Those were my best times, because those were the times I learned the most and I became the strongest. So be grateful for everything. Be thankful for everyone, even the people that try to hurt you, even the people that don't say good things about you, even the people that make your life difficult, even the situations that make you cry. Be thankful, because once you are genuinely thankful, you become different. You see things differently and you reach a different level. Okay, so guys, that's those guys and girls. Hi everyone. So those are all the points I've got for today. I try to keep these videos between 30 to 40 minutes. Why do you make such decisions for your guys and they don't understand? Well, hi Benjamin. Okay, so just to close off, you're gonna have to educate. Look, again, even as I'm running this video, I don't expect everybody that's watching this video to understand and apply everything I've said. But I hope that the more I do it, the more I say it, the more I run it, the more people will learn it. We can't force people to learn it. You can't force people to accept it. But if you run it regularly, if you teach it frequently, you hope that more and more people will adjust to it and learn from it. You see what I mean? Okay. So again, like I said, I'm trying to keep these videos short and simple. Again, do you guys have any questions? Any one of you have any questions? I can, use the last few minutes to answer some of your questions that's related to this topic. Let's keep the video short by asking questions that are relevant to this topic. Anybody? Okay. Well, look, if not, here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the video. And if you have a question, or if you didn't have enough time to type your questions now, don't worry about it. Please, at the bottom of this video, there will be a comment section. Feel free to type it and I will reply to your question. Okay, so as usual, thank you all very much for tuning in. Feel free to share this video with anyone out there, and share it on your Facebook or whatever, and help the people learn from it and help them succeed. Thank you all very much. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Take care. Bye, and have a fantastic day. Yeah. Bye bye. Let's do some bubbles. Let's do some dance. Bubbles. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.